Belong if you feel. Hello.
Hello, sexy.
Oh,
Snickerdoodle, what did you do to your hair?
It's Ginger, mate. Do you like the style of it?
I'm Zlatan. But... All right, Tom.
This is called preparation.
Don't show us your brilliant.
Show us your bloody list. I'm really roughly writing this down. Sorry.
Stop showing me your lists, everyone. Hello. Hello.
He's like a sad puppy. Oh.
Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sessions from the Shed with me, Seth Cox, Dan Alston,
Woo!
and Tom Carey.
Hello.
Today, we'll be talking about best films of 2019 and worse.
It's a little bit late.
It's a bit late, yeah, but better late than never. As
Tom's fault.
Right. So let's just explain what we're doing in this video. We're going to be doing the top 3 best films of 2019. Well, or our favourites. The 3 bottom ones, the ones that we thought were pretty trash, not very good, and the most anticipated film of that year.
Please.
My third best film of last year was.
Oh, actually, I know it.
I just said it.
It's Midsummer.
Brilliant film. Do you guys know anything about it?
Tom, that's my one.
Is it for number 3?
It's my number 3.
Oh, brilliant. Okay,
Oh,
so
look at that. Me and Tom agree on something.
brilliant.
Seth, is it your one? Seth, is it your one as well? Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
Disappointing.
Right. Well, I
Tom,
literally told you to watch it about 3-4 weeks ago.
I especially liked the visuals. I thought it was shot very well. The acting was pretty good. I absolutely hated the female protagonist, but I think in many ways you were supposed to, because she was just a whiny, irritating, woman. But
I really liked the bit with all the naked women in a circle.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's my favourite bit. And then you have to, do the thing with the ginge.
And then you get the old woman come up behind him, and he's like, "Finish." Finish.
But it's out of it. Not a film to watch with your parents, Seth.
I can't even watch Nativity with my parents.
Please help Mr. Martins get his girlfriend back when she comes to see us. Thank you very much, from Charlotte. Please make my teacher happy, because he seems really sad.
They turn it off at the pregnancy scene.
Yeah. Dan can watch porn sat right next to your mum.
Well, my number 3 is a film that came out last year by Jordan Peele, and it was Us, or US.
God, you guys are just going through my list.
How have you still not seen Us or US?
I was supposed to go to see it with some people at the cinema. I was supposed to see it with you, wasn't I?
Yeah, no, I was supposed to watch it with you as well, Seth, but you went and watched it without me.
That wasn't that one. Was it that one?
I remember that.
That wasn't that one.
Oh, no, you've done it on multiple times, Seth. You do it quite a lot.
And we would go to see Us, and we didn't. And you went off with someone else. I think you went off with Josh Dixie, was it?
Yeah, I think it was actually.
Yep. Says it all, doesn't it, Seth? Says it all.
I shouldn't have.
I don't know why we do this anymore, Seth. Letting down the team.
Anyway, Us.
Yeah, Us. Really good film. It's
the dad in it is hilarious, isn't he?
The dad is.
He's my favourite character in it.
The mum in it is really good and creepy as well. And it's even better on rewatch, which you can't say for many films these days. But it was when you rewatch it, you can see everything. Yeah, Get Out guy. Yeah.
No, it's better.
Yeah, it's the guy who did Get Out. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, was it better than Get Out?
Yeah, I think so.
Dan's having a hard time.
I think it just edges it. The thing is why Get Out's so good is because it is like something that could actually happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Us, just no chance.
Also, I didn't realise Jordan Peele, he was in Toy Story.
Really? Were you
Yeah.
watching Pointless yesterday?
Yeah, well,
So was I.
yeah, it was on the big board of Toy Story actors, and
Yeah.
I was like, that's Jordan Peele. I can't remember who he played.
Second favourite films of the year, Marriage Story.
I heard that was very good.
I tell you what, I put it on just kind of randomly. I wasn't expecting to get much out of it. It had Scarlett Johansson in it, so it had already got my attention.
I still haven't seen it.
But it also had Adam Driver in it, who I love, and I think sweet's a bad way of describing it because it's about the process of a divorce and how that can be quite, difficult. Well, I mean, all divorces are difficult.
Why is it called Marriage Story? It should be called Divorce Story.
Brilliant. Anyway, but it's really good. The acting's great. Cinematography, love it. It's shot in this very specific style. I think it was actually shot on a film camera, and it has that vibe to it, which I think is pretty interesting.
Noah Baumbach, isn't it? Is that his name?
So.
He did Squid and the Whale, which I hate, and I didn't really like Marriage Story either,
Oh,
to be fair.
that makes sense. It had a very similar style to Squid and the Whale, without being, completely stupid and ridiculous. I hated that film.
I hated Squid and the Whale.
It was like, I'll go watch it. It's a great film. It's like, no, it's not. It's awful.
But I didn't like Marriage Story that much either. I thought it was a bit boring.
Okay, well, I really liked it.
But I just feel like it was one of those films that was made to win an Oscar. Yes, Dan.
Hi, mate. Tom, what did you say about Scarlett Johansson?
I just said that I don't think she suits short hair.
Such an intellectual comment.
I know, right? That's we take.
Oh, I'll tell you what it was. It's that Bloomin' Virgin Media Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Right. My number 2, it's Us. So we've already spoken about it.
Aww. Boring.
Right. My number 2 is Jojo Rabbit.
Haven't seen it.
I can't believe neither of you have seen it yet. They don't pay attention
I
to
don't
me.
think it looks very good.
Why doesn't it look good? It's got Scarlett Johansson in, Tom. And why aren't you all over that?
Yeah, it's also got what's her name in it from Pitch Perfect?
Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson, that's it. She's awful.
She's quite funny in it.
Yeah.
Don't believe you one bit.
Lies, mate. Lies.
She's barely in it. So, but the reason it's not my number 1 anymore, because it was my number 1, but I rewatched it. But there's a lot of, because of it, it's a satire about like hating the Jews and being Nazis. Some of the Jewish stuff, like I love a laugh at the Jews, I love a laugh at the Jews, but some of it was a bit. Ooh.
Was it a bit like, how did they get away with that kind of thing?
Yeah, but because it's meant to be funny, that they just thought it was okay, but it's a bit awkward.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that Taika Waititi, he apparently just made the film because he's just like, oh, I'm Jewish. Just kind of a bit of a massive like fuck you to Hitler in the sense that he's Jewish, he's making a film, he's playing Hitler, and he's basically taking the mick out of Hitler in that sense. So that's kind of one of the reasons why he made it. But I guess judging by the trailers, I didn't feel that compelled to watch it. I just felt like it seemed a bit. It's kind of like similar to what was it? The Favourite. It was undecided whether it was supposed to be a comedy or a period drama, and that just really, really, it kind of irritated me a bit. And so, judging by the trailers, I just didn't think.
Tom, didn't you give The Favourite your favourite film of last year?
I don't think it was my favourite film of last year.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It's back.
Sorry. My number 1 is The Favourite with Olivia Colman, Emma Stone, and Rachel Weisz.
I don't think it was my favourite film of last year.
Right, so Scarlett Johansson is really really good in it.
Brilliant.
It is actually really, really funny. The kid actors, I usually hate child actors because they're like really rubbish, but the kid actors are really good. And it's quite sad as well. So.
This is
the best
okay.
film of 2019.
Can I set the scene for you? Right.
I know what it is already.
I know you know what it is, Seth, but I want to set the scene. Okay. So I was walking back from my film class, just finished. It was a 3-hour lecture. I was really tired. And then 2 of my film buddies, they were just like, oh, we're just about to go to see this film. Not going to say it yet. I'm just going to build it up. And then they said it's at this like really old kind of a bit dark and creepy cinema, like a really old cinema, right? with like a projector and everything. And we went in, and it was one of the most claustrophobic experiences I could ever say. And it added so much to the experience. It was eerie, it was atmospheric, the sound design was great. And I'm being honest with you, the screen size wasn't that big. And the fact that it kind of worked to its advantage because it's an aspect ratio, which is like, I think it's 3:4. So it felt quite boxed in.
I think you were in someone's living room,
Yeah.
mate.
So you knock on the door, old man opens the door. Hello, boy.
It was
How much of a ticket's completely free?
The Lighthouse.
I really want to see that. The amount of times me and my mum have sat down and said we're going to watch The Lighthouse tonight, and we just never get round to it.
Here's a premise. You got William Dafoe, who is incredible in it, and you got I'm going to forget his name.
Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, who I don't usually love as an actor, but he's actually
Batman. Batman.
reiterating. And I don't know, it's kind of this, I was reading a review and this guy described it as kind of the best example of a storm in the teacup, because they're at this lighthouse, obviously, by the title, and basically they're stranded because the ship that was supposed to come like a week before didn't come, and obviously tensions are running high, very similar to, it would actually be like a perfect film to watch in these circumstances. It's all about, isolation and being quite, the whole cabin fever thing. But no, really, really strong performances. And it's all held together by this really quite interesting and sometimes quite funny script. It's got a few moments which I laughed at, a couple fart jokes, which I thought was... It reminded me a lot of Swiss Army Man, I have to say. But
I like Swiss Army Man.
It's a really good film, and I highly recommend it to anyone.
Right, my number one. I actually don't think I've ever spoken about this on here.
It's Endgame.
It's Endgame.
Shock horror.
Woo!
Oh god. Oh gosh.
I feel like Seth talking
Dan.
about what is it he always talks about?
V for Vendetta apparently, but I don't. So
Beef Vendetta.
mention it once.
Oh, mentioned it again.
Well, no, you mentioned.
I have to concur with you because basically, think about the build-up to Endgame.
Exactly.
Like, imagine if it was a bad film. That would have been
I'd be so upset.
a lot riding on it, and it did deliver. I have to say, it did.
It was such a good ending.
Dan,
Oh, yeah.
do you get bored of it?
No. There are 3 films I can watch over and over again. Lion King, original, Endgame, World's End.
Can we just go off onto a side note and just agree completely? I think we have previously that The World's End is the best Cornetto trilogy film.
It is, yes.
Nods
Good.
around.
We went on several pub crawls, haven't we? Went out on the lash. Seth.
Yeah, best to last. This is why you guys left me to last, because obviously I've got the best list and I'm the best looking. And
Can I guess it?
Yeah, you probably know it.
The Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out.
That was 4th on my list, so it almost made it.
Haven't seen it. I have not seen it.
Tom, you need to watch it. You need to, and don't look up anything about it.
Sell us Knives Out.
Well, so you go in. And
it's so good, isn't it?
First, it's a murder mystery, and you're there like, oh, this is really good. And then it turns into like a comedy, and you're like, this is actually really funny. And then the third act, it turns into like something else entirely, where it's like a bit of an action film. So you get like 3 in 1, and the twist is amazing. You can't call it.
Sounds like an episode of
Chris Evans needs to stop playing his hero figure and stick to playing knobheads.
Yeah.
Because he does it so well. He plays a dickhead so well.
Yeah, and Daniel Craig is just so funny in it. His accent is so brilliant.
Loads of people didn't really like his accent, but I did.
I thought it was funny.
Ornamental. You will find me a respectful, quiet, passive observer of the truth.
Anyway, on to the worst film of 2019. I'm going to kick off with a film which I initially went into really liking, and I was just like, that's a really good film. Could be one of my best films. And then I watched it a second time round, and I realised how shit the story actually was, and the writing, and the dialogue. It is Joker.
Oh, that
I-
almost made it onto mine.
I don't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Tom, I'm exactly the same because it almost made it onto my best. It almost made it onto my worst. It's really weird.
That's the thing. Okay, obviously you can't discredit the fact that Joaquin Phoenix is incredible in Joker. His portrayal is amazing, but it's let down by just such a boring, one-dimensional story, and it's just no.
Speaking of Joker, we may as well say it now. It was Seth's most anticipated, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my most anticipated film of the year.
So, Seth, did it live up to expectation?
I'd say it did because I still didn't know what to expect going in, and it did surprise me, but not in like a really good way. And it didn't really fit into the Batman universe very well.
Well, apparently, I don't think they're sticking to a Batman universe anymore. They're apparently going to make a bunch of films like the MCU, but with just villains of DC, because they've already got Todd Phillips to do a Riddler film, which I think a Riddler origin story could be really interesting.
Dan, your third worst movie.
My third, right? It's only because it's actually a sequel. The first one was amazing. Maybe one of the best in the genre, and definitely a breakthrough. But the second one just didn't live up to expectation at all. It's It Chapter 2.
Ah.
Because the first one was amazing. Pennywise was genuinely terrifying, and then the second one he just kept turning into this massive ass spider.
Dan, can you do a Pennywise impression, please?
No, I can't.
Please do one, Dan, because I know that you've done it before. Come on,
Yeah,
please.
Tom did an impression last time. Dan's got to do one
What?
this time.
When
that's
have I
fair
ever
enough.
done an impression?
Dan, you're always doing your Pennywise impression. I can't stop you doing it. You never shut up about it.
Hiya, Georgie. Was it good?
Yeah, really good, mate.
Did the cross-eye thing work?
Dan, do it close.
Wait, it's not cross-eyed. No.
I just thought it was a massive letdown. That film.
Do the eye thing again a minute. How does he do that? Oh wait, we can't do it.
You turning one inside. You turning one inside out.
Did I do it? Did that work?
I think so. This is one thing. This is my only talent I can do with my face, right?
That's not a talent, Tom.
Anyone can do that.
You're right, sir.
The third worst film of last year can go to the Star Wars film, actually.
I'll give you that one. It almost made it on my list because it was just so bad, wasn't it?
The thing about it wasn't like obviously in your face really bad.
The problem is with the new Star Wars films, everyone's got in the back of their head. They're just never going to live up to the first one.
Especially when they're just trying to rehash all of the originals just so clearly. I mean, the thing that frustrated me the most about Episode 9 was the fact that I was going into it not expecting much, and in many ways I was a lot more disappointed than I was. Not because it was a bad film, but just because of how boring it was.
I think a lot of the Star Wars films, even the originals, are a bit boring.
I have to kind of disagree with you.
I agree and disagree. I think Star Wars is slightly overrated.
I think it is.
But I have to say, Empire Strikes Back, you cannot deny it is a great film.
Tom, number 2.
Okay, right. This one, okay, right. What a fucking monstrosity was this film. I went into it expecting the worst because I knew it was going to be the worst. It was so fucking bad, so poorly done, so poorly adapted. It should have never existed. It is Cats.
It's so bad. When did you go and see it? Did you go and see it in the first week of its release?
Because I didn't actually want to pay to go to see it. I think I watched it on like 1-2-3 Movies or something.
If you watched it in the first week, like I did, in the first week they changed it after the first because of how many complaints they got. The cats actually had bum holes, and it's just weird seeing Taylor Swift with an arsehole.
The Lion King live is great. It works great. But if I saw that in an actual film, I'd be a bit weirded out, I have to say. It would be very strange.
So, did Judi Dench have a bumhole?
Yes.
Asking
And
the
Ian
wrong question.
McKellen as well.
Yes.
That's
Well,
quite
they
sad, isn't it?
I don't think there was any sniff bumhole.
Bumhole.
I don't actually like Cats, the musical. I think it's a bit of a weird one.
I think it's quite overrated as well. I just don't like what's his face.
James Corden.
Oh, I fucking hate James Corden with a passion. Oh my god, no. Yeah, that's another thing. I also felt like, despite the fact that a lot of the actors in the film were actually pretty well respected in the industry, I don't think the acting was especially that good at all, really.
No,
I
don't. How they made Judi Dench and Ian McKellen just shit, I don't know.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Baggins.
He does a pretty good one. He's pretty good.
Right, my number 2. I think, Seth, I think you actually enjoyed it, which was ridiculous because it was so incredibly awful.
What?
It's Shazam.
Oh, Shazam's alright.
I've seen Shazam.
Yeah, Dab. Yeah.
What?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I didn't mind it at all, but it felt like the biggest ball ache to watch. You know when you're in the cinema and you're just kind of waiting for a film to like finish? It just felt like that. There wasn't anything inherently bad about it.
For a comedy superhero film, none of the jokes landed. Literally none of them. The story was incredibly predictable. The whole thing was just a big pile of shite.
It was a bit of fun.
It wasn't
on Friday
fun.
night.
It was painful. It was painful to watch.
I sort of liked all of the. It was very sort of down with the kids, you know. And I like films that are down with the kids.
Seth, no. When they brought out the trailer 8 months before it came out, dabbing was still a thing. When the film came out, dabbing no longer existed, and he was doing it every 5 seconds.
Actually, can we talk about dabbing in films?
He started Fortnite dancing as soon as he got his powers.
I don't think that stuff should be allowed in films.
I'm saving us actual minutes.
You know, like dabbing and like pop culture stuff.
No. Hulk still pulled off a dab in Endgame.
Bruce.
But Shazam was a bit cringy,
It's
but
'cause-
at the same time it was quite sort of funny.
It wasn't funny. None of it was funny.
Yeah, but compared to all the other DC films, come on, that's the best one that's come out in about 5 years.
Aquaman was a lot better than Shazam.
I preferred Shazam.
I prefer Shazam. Shazam. Bam, bam, bam. My number 2 is The Incredibles 2, which I talked about last time. It was just a bit of a shame.
I'm gonna call Tom out here.
Okay.
Tom, have you or have you not seen The Incredibles 2?
I've not seen Incredibles 2, but
You haven't, but when we went back and looked up the films in retrospect of 2018, you said you had seen The Incredibles 2.
I'm getting caught out. That's because I'd watched loads of clips on YouTube and I felt like I'd watched it because
I think we should fire him, Seth. Take his salary.
Well, that's definitely that's one strike. Look, I'll tell you the plot of the film so you don't have to watch it. What happens is all the attention gets taken off Mr. Incredible. Elastigirl's there like, I'm going to go fight baddies because I'm a woman and I don't need no man. And then Mr. Incredible's there at home looking after the kids like, oh, this is what the real superheroes do. Look after the babies and teach maths. My wife's a hero, and then that's it.
To be fair, I think that was, you just described the clips that I was watching on YouTube because that's pretty much all I had. I had the bit when she's on a bike. She is looking thick now, I have to say.
She's looking
All right, the point I was trying to make is I think that like feminism, political messages in films, it works if it's done well. This is my only criticism of Endgame, is that one scene with all the girls, incidentally, all being at the same time, all together, all girl power. Wow, nobody gives a shit. Okay, it's just so arbitrary and unnecessary. Why can't you show the girls and the boys together? That's equality.
I thought he was about to say, why can't you show the girls in their underwear?
That's what makes a good film. But I agree, Tom. Why can't all the girls just play with all the little boys?
Yeah, Seth manages it just fine. Right, Tom, your number 1 worst film of 2019.
Right, this film which I didn't see in cinemas. I on the old TV when it came out on the DVD. But basically, this is a film which I was really quite looking forward to because I'm a big fan of the subject of this film. And it was seeming like it was going to be a good film. It had a good director, one of my favourite directors directing it. I felt like it was going to be great. And oh my God, was it the biggest disappointment of last year? And that is...
Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday was very close to making it onto my list.
It was really shit. It was actually quite... I think they took a really cool concept and just really ruined it, really. I mean...
To have Beatles music at your disposal, and that's what they came out of it. It's just, what they could have done with it.
I think I wasn't massive on Bohemian Rhapsody, but I choose watching that over yesterday because I felt like overall that was just a stronger story, even though that was a biopic. And
plus, because Queen music's better than the Beatles music.
Let's not. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll for Beatles and Queen. And
it'll be on Seth's Instagram.
On Seth's Instagram.
Look, the thing is, I think Queen's music performed by that guy whose name escapes me right now at this moment, Rami Malek, is far better than the Beatles songs performed by...
I thought you were about to say Rami Malek did it better than Freddie Mercury. I was about to...
No, he did it much better than the guy from yesterday, whoever he was. Mr.
The guy from EastEnders.
Also, okay, don't have the main protagonist be the most unlikable person ever. He is genuine.
They somehow managed to make Lily James unattractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big on Ed Sheeran's music. I didn't mind him in the film, but I felt like that was kind of, they put him in that to kind of salvage the story, and I just don't think that could have ever done anything for it, really. Because if you think about it, that is kind of, I thought Ed Sheeran would just be like a cameo, and then he became such a substantial part of the film. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was a bit annoying in it as well, to be honest, I've got to say.
How about, hey, dude? My number one was Cats because of bumholes. Seth.
Yeah.
Seth, how about I've got another one that might lead you in direction. I don't think you'll say it's one of the worst, but it was definitely a massive disappointment.
All right, shout me out some.
It was close to making it on my top three. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Me and you both were looking forward to that film so much, and I just don't think it lived up at all.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Didn't you see that Screen Unseen?
No, we went to watch that on purpose.
Oh, God.
Me, Seth, and Ellie.
Oh, was it? Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Seth, you sat in between me and Ellie.
Well, I want to feel involved, you know. But no, that wasn't a very good film. It was the thing is lots of people are now putting Guillermo del Toro's name on their films when he's just like got such a minor role in it, like just like co-producer, and everyone's going to see it.
Yeah, I was going to say Hellboy. Okay,
Hellboy was awful.
Right, okay. Guillermo del Toro, he's a great guy, and his version of Hellboy, it's fine. It's not great. It's fine, right? But the one that came out this year, I watched about half of it. I had a headache. There's nothing good in it. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be, but just the terrible version of that. I mean, the trailers did no justice to it because it looked shit. It was shit. Reboot franchise.
Do you prefer Hellboy 1 or Hellboy 2?
I quite like Hellboy 2.
I prefer Hellboy 2. Oh my God. Conspiracy, you ready?
What?
Hellboy's best mate in Hellboy, Shape of Water.
For a period of when I saw Shape of Water, I was Googling a lot of like conspiracy theories. I was like, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. And then the other guy's just this fish who's like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
that fish guy was the same guy in Pan's Labyrinth, the fawn with that.
Yeah.
No, not Pale Man. No.
Oh, the fawn guy, though.
The fawn. Yeah.
Tom, do all of your impressions include hands like this? Right. Well, while Ellie's looking for Tom's, I'll say what my most anticipated was. Does anyone remember it?
Must have been Endgame. Or
No.
Far From Home.
No.
Or Captain Marvel.
No, it was the new Lion King.
Oh God, can we talk about that? Because that almost made it on my list, right?
What, for worst?
Yeah.
Now, Now. I love the original Lion King.
Yeah, we know. It's your favourite film of all time, Dan?
Yes. The new one that came out, I watched it. I did enjoy it in the cinema, and I left the cinema and I said, why is the original Lion King so much better than that one? And I actually couldn't think of a reason as to why it was better.
Because
But it is.
Because it did it first.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be an excuse for it to be a better film.
Yeah, but everything else in the remake is exactly the same.
It's not.
It pretty much is. I can't think of any massive differences.
I think they took it too seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I feel like the kind of the beauty of The Lion King is the fact that it's kind of in, not the whole film obviously, but in parts it's quite a feel good film. And I felt like the one last year it was just.
I gotta say, I do prefer Simba's voice in the new one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't wanna be king.
I don't want to be king.
Shut up.
Who is Simba's voice in the new one? I can't even remember.
Childish Gambino.
He's actually not a bad actor. I've seen him in
He's decent.
quite a lot at
He's
the
a
moment.
good actor. Well, we got a big surprise of 2019 that we didn't expect to be good, but it was.
Lego Movie 2, yeah. The new Terminator film.
Oh, that was not good.
It was actually, I quite liked it. I did.
Fucking love the second Terminator.
So good.
Such a good film.
So overall, 2019, was it a good year for films?
It was much better than 2018. Think about it. We have had some good ones this year. We've had a Scorsese and a Tarantino, and we've had quite a nice selection of Marvel films as well.
Yeah. Have you noticed how this might just be something that I've just realised, and you two have been like bitching about behind my back. I talk about superhero films a lot.
No, Dan, don't say that. Last year was shocking for animated films.
No, I like Toy Story 4.
Did you?
I thought it was a nice little ending.
Best Toy Story film, without a doubt, is...
First one.
No, the second one's
No,
so much
Seth!
better.
First one beats it.
No.
I can tell you exactly the bit in the second film that means it's not as good.
What?
Jesse's song.
No, shut up.
Hours spent together lives within my heart. And when she was sad,
I can tell you one reason why Toy Story 2 is better than 1. Bullseye.
I guess you could argue the first one does deal with this, but I feel like the second one, it deals with the concept of threat a lot. And I feel like as a kid, it's quite important to have like those concepts introduced to you as a kid. And I mean, it kind of has a big message about kidnapping if you think about it, because they are taken away. You got a fat old man with glasses, you know, boxing them up, shipping them to I think it was Japan or China. But yeah, I think it does deal with
Toy Story 2 described in that way.
Yeah, right, Tom. Tom's been watching some like Japanese version of Toy Story 2.
But that's why he steals a doll, because they're worth a lot of money.
It's not some weird metaphor for like trafficking.
Plus, the reason Toy Story 1 wasn't very good, well, it was good, but it wasn't as good, was because of all the 9/11 memes that came out of it.
Buzz, we missed the truck. We're not aiming for the truck.
Toy Story 1's made by Peter Fong.
I don't know if he did the second one as well.
Who?
The director. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, but he doesn't show kids that much. You know, he's quite well behaved. It's not like he's got.
Yeah,
like...
he just shows the bottom half of them.
Yeah.
Oh, Seth, what are you looking forward to this year, film wise?
James Bond, yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be very good.
James Bond will most likely be shit. And so
I want you to call now from the Craig films. Where do you think it's going to place?
I think it could be worse than Spectre.
Okay, but what do we think's worse actually, Spectre or Quantum of Solace? Because in my head I was just
it's better than Spectre.
No, Quantum's worse. Quantum's the worst one.
I don't have that bad memories of Quantum.
Because Quantum, Spectre, Skyfall, Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Casino Royale is without a doubt the best Bond film.
I think it will come just above Quantum.
I think it's going to surprise us.
I have one. This isn't film. This is television. It's a series neither of you would have heard of. It's really good. and it's very underrated and really, really good. It's called Brassic. I'll give you a bit of a synopsis. It's about these British kind of thieves who basically live off of it. They live off of the thrill of it, and I guess kind of it deals the characters are what hold it together the most. I think some of the best characterization I've seen in television, especially the main character played by I'm forgetting his name, but he plays the character of Vinny, and he's really good in it. And it's got a great soundtrack as well. Got a bit of Sufjan. Seth loves a bit of Sufjan.
Yes.
Peshwari Naam.
Now, 4 none, Jeremy. 4? That's insane. So,
can I tell you what I'm looking forward to, which you guys didn't say, but you really should have? Black Widow. It's gonna bang. Playing her sister, and I'm so excited for that film. Oh, I'm so excited for that film. I have no idea. I'm guessing you guys have heard about Universal and Odeon.
Oh yes, I heard about they've had a split.
Yeah, Universal aren't selling any of their films to Odeon anymore. Universal are creating their own VOD, like Netflix, like Disney Plus. They're going to have their own thing where they release films, which means no Bond 25 in Odeon, which is just going to be another subscription to pay. I've called it. Universal, they're obviously doing so well at the minute because they've sold a couple films to Netflix and they've seen all this money go up. But the reason they're getting so much money is because everyone's staying at home. As soon as everyone gets released again and we're allowed to go outside, they're going to realise that they want to be back in the cinema business because they will ultimately make more money.
Do you guys think that after it's been completely lifted, do you think that people are going to be more social?
I think people are going to be very wary of each other.
I was listening to someone on the radio who said like people will have like forgotten how to speak to each other.
Yeah. Apparently handshakes are just going to be like non-existent.
Yeah.
We'll still handshake Dan.
We can hug naked.
Yeah. We'll still do that, Tom, as well.
How are you guys doing with your hair? Because my hair's really.
I put mine in a bun.
I keep putting it because it's got to a point now where I can just do that and it just stays back.
It looks okay when it's back.
Yeah, I think it looks alright, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a halo. Are we liking my hair at the moment as well, guys? What do we think? Do we rate
very? You see Seth, Richie Grant, Paul McGann,
and Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
No, he's.
Do you know who Zlatan Ibrahimovic is?
Of course I do. I'm hip.
Well, he's about 40 now, so I don't think you're very hip.
Oh, 40.
He told me you're a toilet trader.
That's it. Well done.
That's it. You've done it. Pretty good.
Thank you. What was I doing?
And
have you seen that video of the girl that's going off saying like brown isn't a colour, it's just a shade of orange?
No, I haven't seen that person.
And like a bunch of black people were like
wait, brown people.
Well,
Dan, I'm gonna just quickly put a halt to the. I don't like the camera angle.
What
do you mean?
It looks like you're birthing us.
It's gone.
I am. I'm wearing shorts. See.
Something really. There's always something a bit weird about people that stand on beds. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I don't. I got some new sunglasses.
Me and Ellie went to Ellie's house for afternoon tea, but we sat the other side of the garden.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was lovely. It was Ellie's dad's birthday.
Did it not feel a bit weird having to sit so far away from them?
Yes, it was a little bit. Fun fact: Ellie doesn't have jam on her scones.
What?
Just cream.
Jam first or cream first?
Cream.
The Queen, does it jam then cream? No, does it? Yeah, jam then cream. Does it jam then cream?
I believe that the Queen she's been dead for years, and
I have an idea for next week.
What is it?
No, I've got another idea. You go yours first. Shoot.
All right, we'll both pitch them. Right.
All right.
I will host for you two a film quiz.
I love a quiz.
Yeah, let's do it.
You've got my Willy hard.
So, Seth, you're voting for my one, even though you've still got your one to pitch.
Yeah, because he knows this one's probably shit.
Well, I'll tell you my one as well. My one is we do No, it's not as good. It's not as good. But it was gonna be we do an LGBTQ and black one.
You know what those films will have in common? They're all shit.
All black films are shit.
No, I didn't say that. I just
Yes,
meant
you
all films
did.
were correct because you said LGBT, black.
Yeah.
Top
Yellow.
of my list would be Black Panther.
Did you say you said yellow? It's not LGBTQ black and yellow. So, do you think doing a black and gay one would be fun?
No, because
No.
we are neither black nor gay, so we can't comment.
I quite liked Call Me By Your Name.
What about Brokeback Mountain?
Good film.
No, that's a bit too, as my dad likes to, what does my dad call those types of films? He calls them fudge packers.
Rocket Man.
Bohemian Rhapsody. There's so many biopics about gay people that you could drown in them. Imitation Game counts as well.
Drown
Yeah.
in what?
Well, drown in the gay film.
I guess you could technically say.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
You used to be top of your game. Used to say outrageous things, get everyone into trouble, start lots of drama. Where's that Dan gone?
We want the old Dan.
We want the old Dan who didn't mind what happened and had no cares and got a bit of.
Tom's
abuse.
talking to.
You're definitely taking that out.
Don't think so. No.
Oh, I think so.
What are you gonna do?
So are we cool on me organising a film quiz?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll keep your scores, and then at the end we'll have a film champion between you two.
Oh, but what? So you're going to have all the questions then?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, can you
I'll. It's not all going to be my kind of films, Tom. Don't worry.
Superhero films.
No. Might be a superhero film category.
I'm having meatballs, by the way.
Didn't ask.
I'm having a roast because it's Sunday and I'm traditional.
When did I ask?
Sorry, Dan. Fucking hell.
Oh, actually, to be fair, I had a roast today. What are you having?
Chicken, and we tend to have beef on the side as well.
Chicken and beef?
What?
That's a bit greedy,
Chicken
isn't
and
it?
beef? Fucking hell, mate, you mind that?
It's because some people just like different things, and obviously my nan makes it for everyone. I live next door to my nan.
Yeah, we know.
I thought just in case everyone's like, why is Dan going to his nan's house when we're in lockdown? Cool.
I can confirm that Dan is actually going across Warminster to his nan's house every Sunday. I'm breaking.
Tom knows that because he's been to my house and he's been absolutely shit-faced. Video here.
As long as no one gives me anything, I'm fine.
Funny is the look at his hair.
I was going to say.
His hair's worse than.
I do miss your car. Your old car. I miss the masturbator. Did me and you know who? Did we ever in your car? Oh wait, you weren't there. Fuck, sorry. I'll tell you what. When this is all over, can you have like another one of your campouts?
Tom, I think we're a bit old, mate.
Are we? I thought we're never too old for a campout. Do you remember Yellow?
The popular dating app Yellow. I don't remember thinking I had.
Was it AIDS?
No, I don't remember thinking I. Oh, yeah. No, I remember. Yeah, that was a night to remember. No, that was Tom's fault.
How is that my fault?
Because you sent me a message from your mate's phone saying, "Oh, you've been reported as having HIV or AIDS. You need to get checked."
Was
out."
that Tom? You've never told me this.
It was me through Matt's phone because obviously he'd know if it was me. So
Yeah, so it was well thought through. Well done.
My mum was very nice about it, though, wasn't she, Seth?
She was lovely about it. She let me order the kit to their house, so
To my house.
to Dan's house, so my people wouldn't see it.
Just is a bit weird how you get told and the first thing you do is tell my mum.
were you worried about it because you hadn't have had any sexual contact?
Aww.
Oh no, you kissed that girl, didn't you?
I'm not gonna go there.
No, it was when it was.
Don't.
It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
The fuck is your icon?